Good afternoon, my name is Belén del Saz Jiménez and I would like to introduce you a technological resource which I employ in my foreign language classrooms. Given the circumstance to get you in touch, I am an English primary education teacher and I'm going to describe a cold resource, computer-assisted language learning resource that is going to be employed in the third cycle. First of all, I would like to offer an explanation about what we understand by CALD, Computer-Assisted Language Learning. And according to the words of some authors, such as Thomas Mark Washowers in their work Contemporary Computer-Assisted Language Learning 2017, said that CALD is an interdisciplinary area which develops methodologies and applications in order to enhance the language learning teaching process through the use of information and communication technology. The CALD resource that I'm going to describe, it is called Quizziz. Quizziz is a gamification tool similar to Kahoot, where my students are going to be assessed while they are having fun. We can access to whether we examine this principle page of the Quizziz gamification tool, we can see my library with my quizzes created, my classroom, my group of students, the exploration, and so on so far. Nevertheless, we are going to describe perfectly this type of resource with a quizzes. I'm going to create a vocabulary quiz and it's going to better understand how it works. For example, imagine that we are going to open the quiz. As you can see in the image, we are going to wait. My students are going to answer the questions. Okay, imagine we have finished, all my students have finished the quizzes. The teachers can evaluate the correct answer, also the students, the incorrect answer, the percentage of a failed word, for example, and also the time spent by my student. It's a great opportunity to evaluate my students and they can be aware about their learning, and also for the teachers. Type of CALD resources, my students are going to be assessed through a dynamic and funny way, thanks to the sounds, the music, and according to Scott in their works in 2008, the vocabulary it will be essential to learn through this type of activities like quizzes, because it's going to defend the importance of using CALD resources, because the students are going to learn, retain, and use properly the vocabulary. And I'm going to ask a question. Why is it useful for teachers and also for students? My students can be aware about the learning, and at the same time, a student can evaluate ourselves, our teaching process, and we can evaluate if the quizzes has been difficult or not. Highlight to another innovative things that we can differentiate with another technological tools. For example, one, the results. After doing the quizzes, I can send to the parents the results of these quizzes of my students. And the second one, the time. You can analyze the time spent by each student in each question. On the other hand, evaluate quizzes according to Chapel criteria that we have learned in ICT. Criteria number 1. Quizziz is a great tool according to the different opportunities that offers to my students. For example, apart from quizzes, we can do explanation, demonstration, examples, and we can send for homework, as you can see in the image. We will send the email with the through flipped classroom methodology, this activity. Criteria number 2 is a great tool according to the adaptation for each student. And as we can see at the beginning, when we are going to start a new quizzes, we can do it in two ways. One, according to the student pace or according to the teacher's pace. So those students who need more time, we are going to work on the Universal Design for Learning, which is a methodology that all teachers in Andalusia, we have to work. The third criterion says that all my students can understand properly the meaning of the language. For example, through images, sounds, music. We need to mention that in all the technological resources we have drawbacks, which are, for example, one, we need to book the iPads, computers, Also, we need to take into account the quality of the internet, the quality of the iPad, but there is always a solution. Imagine that we don't have enough iPads, enough tablet or computer. We can also work on paper. So in Quizziz, there is an option to quick cut, and with the mobile of the teachers, they can check the answer of the authenticity, because Quizziz is going to favor the good resource of my students and the great impact. But not least, with this video blog, I recommend you to understand the importance of evaluating our technological resource and applying the classroom, because according to Warshauer said that we need to continue in training on digital competence, because not all of us, we applied these resources in the classroom.